Sometimes, the quietest people carry the heaviest stories. And sometimes, it only takes one small act of kindness to open a door they've kept shut for years. This is the story of a royal guard as strong, disciplined, and silent, and the little girl who reminded him that even the bravest hearts need kindness too. Every tourist who visited the Grand Palace admired the guards in their polished uniforms, standing as still as statues. And among them was Guard Daniel, known for being the most disciplined of them all. People took photos, waved in his face, joked around him, but he never reacted. Never smiled. Never spoke. But one sunny afternoon, everything changed. Before we begin the full story, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment to support our channel Storysphere, where we share inspiring, emotional stories that warm the heart and brighten your day. Daniel had been a royal guard for 12 years. He liked the structure, the quiet, the sense of duty. But what people didn't know was that silence wasn't just part of his job, it had become part of his life. He had lost someone dear to him years ago, and ever since, he found it hard to open up. He lived alone, worked alone, and spent his days behind an expressionless face. Even when sadness tugged quietly at him, families visited the palace every day, laughing, posing, pointing at the majestic fountains and marble pillars. But Daniel stood motionless, as if made of stone. Then came Lily, a 7-year-old girl with bright sneakers, soft curls bouncing as she walked, and a spark in her eyes that made everyone around her smile. She held a little drawing in her hands, folded carefully, almost like a treasure. Her parents were taking photos when she tugged her mother's sleeve and whispered, "Mama, can I give him my picture? He looks lonely." Her mother hesitated. "Sweetheart, guards don't talk. They can't take anything." But Lily stepped forward anyway. She walked up to Daniel with the gentle confidence only a child could have. She looked up, way up, at the tall, silent guard, then extended the drawing with both hands. "It's for you," she said softly. "I made it this morning." The drawing showed a smiling guard next to a little girl holding balloons. Underneath it, she had written one simple sentence: "You don't have to be alone." Tourists watched in curiosity. Some even chuckled, expecting nothing to happen. After all, a guard wouldn't move, but Daniel blinked. For the first time in years, something cracked inside the wall he had built around himself. He stared at the drawing, colorful, kind, innocent, and he felt something he thought he had forgotten: warmth. Lily tilted her head. "You don't have to say anything. But I wanted you to have it." Suddenly, a breeze swept through the courtyard, and the little drawing slipped from her fingers, fluttering toward the ground. Without thinking, Daniel moved, just a small step, barely noticeable, but enough to catch the paper before it landed. Gasps filled the courtyard. Cameras snapped. People stared. Daniel held the drawing gently, as if it were something fragile, and then, slowly, carefully, he bent down just enough to look Lily in the eyes. "Thank you," he whispered. Her parents froze. Tourists squealed. Even the other guards shifted in surprise. Lily just smiled, the biggest smile a child could make. That tiny moment, just 2 small words, sent warmth through the crowd. People stopped taking photos and simply watched, touched by the sincerity in Daniel's voice. Lily reached out and hugged his leg, quick and soft, then stepped back. For the first time in 12 long years, Daniel felt tears threaten to rise. He blinked them away, but the emotions remained present and undeniable. Lily waved as her family walked away. "Bye, Mr. Guard. Don't be lonely anymore." Daniel stood straighter, but this time, he wasn't hiding behind silence. He wasn't shrinking into duty. He was standing with purpose, and with hope. From that day on, he kept Lily's drawing safely in his locker. And every morning before he began his shift, he looked at those words written in a child's messy handwriting: "You don't have to be alone." It reminded him that kindness can enter even the quietest places. It reminded him that people still cared, and it reminded him that healing often begins in the most unexpected ways. In the end, one little girl didn't just break the silence, she brought a lonely heart back to life. Let this remind us all: a small act of kindness can change someone's entire world.